mark of 100 days. One have realized that there is still a lot to do, and then it's not something which you can accomplish in 100 days, even if it's 1,000 days or the lifetime in the office. But what we have accumulated in 100 days, clearly we have made a mark, as one can indicate that we had 69,435 arrests which we have made, of which 14,662 were for contact crimes, including 423 for murder and 327 for attempted murder. Recoveries of firearms is 1,912, including 131 rifles and 92 shotguns, of which 28,675 were ammunition. Added to that, we know that one of the priorities in terms of the priority sketch within the province is to ensure that we deal with corruption or uproot corruption, and then with the members, those who are involved, we have arrested 51 members for the South African Police Service, of which 12 have been discharged. And 5 of them is for corruption, 2 is for fraud, 1 is for murder, 1 is for rape. And added to that, we know we had the problem of the spikings. The spikings along the N1, N4, R80 within the Pretoria, we managed to arrest 26 people, of which these 26 people are still in custody. The trouble area, you know, your Juke Lane area on the 2nd of May, with the Minister of the Police, General Kele, and of course the National Commissioner, we launched a team which has to create a stability within that area. And thus far we have arrested 28 people, you know, ranging from murders, car hijacking, and so on and so forth. We know for the fact you are N3 on the highway linked to the Way Bridge in and there. People were troubled in terms of the blue light robberies, of which since then we managed to engage with some of these people, of which 4 were fatally wounded, and we have arrested a total of 6. So the list just go on and on and on. But it is important that we update the South Africans in terms of what we have been doing.
So you are doing inroads in terms of even arresting your own men in blue charged with corruption?
Yes, as I've indicated, 51 members who have been arrested, 2 have been discharged, put through the departmental process, and of which out of that number 5, it is for corruption, and then 2 is fraud, and then 1 is for murder, 1 is for rape. Yeah, we are indeed also dealing with our own members.
What are the challenges that you have seen or faced in your 100 days in office that you think that still needs to be fixed?
Well, the issue of crime, as we know that crime affects everyone, and at the end of the day we have to ensure that the communities out there, they feel safe. But one must indicate that with the collaborations with the community, with the government departments, in terms of the whole government approach, the whole government approach approved by Cabinet in 2022 March, which underpins those 6 pillars, of which I've indicated the communities are included. Crime is still something which we have to work together with the community, as we know that crime is not the sole responsibility of South African Police Service or law enforcement agency.
My last question would be, what are your 5 priorities that you can say, if I can achieve these priorities, then Gauteng will be safe and secure?
Well, in terms of the priorities, we have sketched, 8 priorities, of which corruption is one of those. And drug and human trafficking, gender-based violence is one of those issues which we have to look into. And of course, serious and violent crime is one of the issues of which we have to deal with. But as a province, we have identified 8 priorities.
Can you say that you are doing well in terms of tackling those cases that are famous or in the media or attracting media attention?
We'll say yes, of course, because if I can highlight maybe the two cases of which they are prominently so, the 5-year-old in Soshanguve, as and when that cases have been reported, because murder and hijacking, we managed to arrest 2 of the suspects, and of which those 2 suspects were linked in with the crime. And of late, 4 suspects have been arrested. 2 additional suspects were arrested, a total of 4, of which out of 4, 3 they are linked with the case. The other suspect is a possession of unlicensed firearm. Of late, we have the area there in Soshanguve, which is linked to the Acacia, for 4 crime scenes. The first one is the tavern where these particular individuals, they decided to shoot at the patrons there, and then they satellite the tavern, and then from there they moved to another crime scene. They moved to the third one, of which the 2 children were involved. By Monday, we managed to arrest 2 people, of which out of those 2 people could place 1 in the court roll, linked not necessarily with the 4 and the 7-year-old child. Though we are working on it systematically, we hope that this suspect will be linked into those crimes, and will be in a position also to have a breakthrough in terms of the other main suspect we're looking for.
I can't let you go without asking you about the JMPD case allegedly shot by SABC member.
I know that you'll put that question, but I indicated that in terms of the criminal case, we know for the fact that Ipid is responsible in terms of the investigation. So the progress in relations to that, Ipid can be in a position to outline in terms of that. In terms of departmental, is a process flow within the South African Police Service, which we have to take course of.
So you can't tell me where's the member? Is still employed, is still working, suspended?
The member is still working, as we know for the fact that the investigation in terms of the Ipid, if there is anything untoward, Ipid will be in a position to deal with that member systematically, as the case against the members of the South African Police Service is investigated by the Ipid.